Hello everyone. So today we are going to see about the hash map and its important methods. So let us see. So Java hash map class implements the map interface, which allows us to store the key and value pairs, where the key should be unique. So it is a very important point when you are dealing with hash map. The key should be unique, and if you try to insert the duplicate key, then it will replace the element of the corresponding key. That we will see by example. So it is easy to perform operation using the key index like updation and deletion, etc. Hashmap class is found in the java.util package, and hashmap contains value based on the key. It contains only unique keys. It may have null key and multiple null values, and it is non-synchronized. And important point is it doesn't maintain any order. So if you go here and we see hash map, you can see that it extends the abstract map and implements the map. So now let us see the example for this. So let's suppose you have a requirement of you are in a school and you have a requirement to store the student information with the student ID and student name. Then in this case, in order to store the student, what we do, we give the student ID, that is nothing but roll number, and that roll number is unique. So here we'll store that roll number. So let's say 1 and student name is Sam, 2 and student name is John, 3 and student name is Brock, 4 student name is Angela. So this key value pairs we have, and we have to store that. So we can use here a hash map. How hash map will be useful here? Because we want to store the unique student ID, and the name can be repeated. The student with the two names can be present in the same class. So we can use here a hash map. Why? Because hash map store the only unique keys. So this will store as a key, and this will store as a value. So what we'll do, we'll create here a map of, so what is the SID? I will take here as the integer and name as a string, and here student details I will take a small name, and new hash map, control shift O for importing. What you have to import? java.util.map. Now it is imported. Now it's time to insert the values. Now by using the put method, we can insert value in the hash map. So how to do that? I will take here a hm hash map. It will easy to write here. hm.put, so 1 and Sam. So this is the way we can insert value into the hash map. Now if I put control down, 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 and 2, I will take here a 2, here 3, here I will take John, here I will take Brock. Now if you print here sys out control space enter, and we have to print hm, and if I do control F11, here we go, key value pairs. You can see that this is the key, this is the value, this is the key, this is the value, this is the key, this is the value. 1 Sam, 2 John, 3 Brock, right? Now there is another student called Sam. How can we store that? Control down, and here what I'll do, 4th number, and if I go here Sam, so 4 students are there. We are printing hash map, control F11, and here we go, 1 2 3 4 Sam here coming. Now if by mistake we try to add the here hm dot put 1. If I put here 1 and here I will put Angela, then what will happen? As we have seen, this will be the hash map. What we have seen, save, yes, 1 Sam. Then after inserting this hash map, we'll see is 2 is present in the hash map? No. So that entry will be come here 2 as John. And again hash map will see is 3 is there as a key? No. So again hash map will store 3 Brock. It will same check for 4 Sam. Now while inserting this hash map will see this key is present in already in the hash map. Yes, it is present. Then what will do? Hash map will replace this value with the already present value. So this will be replaced by what? Angela. At the place of Sam, Angela will come. So this is here is a spelling mistake, but you understand this. This is Angela. So hash map will replace this if we are trying to duplicate this key, right? Now let us see the output. If I do Control F11, here we go. Sam, where is console? Here you can see this is the console. You can click here and see the console if it disappears. Now if I see here, earlier it was Sam, John, Brock, Sam, but if you try to duplicate the key, it will be replaced with the new value, right? I hope you understood this, how a hash map works. Now if I delete this, now another thing is we can insert value in the hash map. If I delete this, here we go, hm.put, I will take here as a null, and value you can give anything, here Rani, control save, sys out, control space enter, hm, let's save this, control F11, and here we go, null Rani is coming. And if you try to insert again any null value, let us see. So here at what I will do, here Sona, if I do control F11, what will happen? This Rani will be replaced with this Sona. Control F11, here we go, Rani will replace with Sona, right? So there only one null value is allowed in the hash map. And also we can store also the null value also according to here null. Let's save this, control F11, here we go, null is coming, and you can see that whatever the order we are storing, that order doesn't preserve here, so it maintains no order in the hash map. Also if I do control alt down and I will take here a 5 and let's save this, here only value is null, there will be no problem, 5 null is coming, right? So this is the way we can insert one null, we can have one entry with the null key and many number of null values you can store, right? So next, if you want to see what is the size of your hash map, that is how many entries are present in your hash map, so then there is a method we have, that is size. So if I do sys out, size of hash map is equal to hm dot size, here we go, and its return type is integer. If I do control F11, here we can see 6 entries are there in our hash map. So here we go, hash map size is 6, so I will give here a space so that it will be easy to see. Control F11, if here we go, size of hash map is 6, right? So now if you want to only see the here, if I go to the console, you can see that here key value pairs. So if you want to see only the key, then how can we do that? So sys out keys of hash map, if you want to see this only, then we can get the hm dot key set. So this is a method you can use, key set. It will only return only the keys. If I do control F11, here we go, only keys are coming. You can see that in the entry null 1 2 3 4 5, so these are only keys. Now if you want to see only the values, let us see how can we do that. Sys out, control space enter, values of hash map. How can you do that? hm dot values, this is the method. Let's save this, Control F11, and here we go. So you will able to only see the values. Here we can see null, Sam, John, Brock, Sam and null. Only values are coming here. Now, so you want to see any key is present. So you are storing the student ID and student name. So let's suppose you have 100, let's suppose 1000 students are there, you are stored in the hash map. So it is not easy to see one by one student ID and student name. If you want to search any student with the ID 99, then you have to iterate 1 to 99. So there is a method in the hash map, that is hm dot contains, that is on the hash map, contains key. So it will return true or false. So let's suppose you want a requirement, that is you want to see the student with the ID 999 is present in the class or not. Then instead of going one by one through the register, you can store that key value in the hash map, and you can see that by this method whether the student with the 999 is present or not. So let us see sys out contains key or not. So in the our hash map, this is small. So if I do 4, I want to see the student with the 4 is present or not in the hash map. So here I will do hm dot contains key, and here we have to give the key. So what is the key in our case? 4. And if I do Control F11, you will able to see that true, because student with the ID 4 is present. If I give here what 10 is not present, then in that case we will get false. If I go to the console, you can see that in this entries 10 is not there. Now if I do Control F11 after saving that, you can see that here we are getting false, right? So this is about contains key. Now if you want to see contain value, that is you want to see whether the student with the given name is present or not. That is, if you want to see the name, this value is present in our hash map or not. So let us see. If I see for Sam, let us see. So sys out control space enter hm dot contains value, and if I do Sam, Sam Control F11, you will able to say that true, because Sam is present in our hash map. Now if I go give here Rani is not present in our hash map values. So if I go here, I will put Rani here, Control F11, you will get false. Why? Because false, in the values you can see that Rani is not present. Now it's time to go for is empty. So if hash map is empty or not, you want to see that, then you can use this. So hm dot is empty, control space enter, and Control F11 for running. Here we are getting false, because you can see that in that hash map it is not empty. Now what I will do, so I will create here a hash map string comma string hm map equals to new hash map. Now in this hash map, if I apply this method on this map, this variable we have to use here map. So this map is empty, so this will give us a true. Why? Because there is no entry we stored in here. So in order to see that, Control F11, you can see that true is coming. Why? Because this map is empty, that's why we are getting here a true, right? So this is the way you can see whether the map is empty or not. Now here, if you want to remove any entry, so let's suppose you are in a school and one student go to other school, then that school entry, that student entry, you have to remove from the hash map. So let's suppose Brock is transferring to another city and he want to withdraw. So if you want to remove that record, so 3 Brock, you want to remove that, then how can we do that? hm dot remove, and you have to give the key, so 3, then this entry will be removed. So let's see how can I remove that. So I will use here hm dot remove and I will give here a 3. Let's save this, and if I do, so what is the return type of this method? We will see. This will give us a value. So sysout control space enter, and after removing also we will print once again hash map sysout hm. Let's save this, control F11, and here we go. So let's understand this. So we want to remove this student with the id 3 and Brock. So that's why we use here hm.remove and its student id. So and its return type, after removing that it will return the value. So here you can see Brock values coming, and after that we are printing the hash map. In the hash map you can see that there is a no entry with the 3 Brock. You can see that 3 Brock is no here, not here, right? So this is the way we can also remove the entry from the hash map. Now it's time to go for iterator. So if how to iterate this hash map? So here we have to use iterator map.entry and whatever the data type here, integer comma string, control shift O for importing. Yeah, let me take itr, control shift O. We have to import java.util.iterator, and after that what was the name of hm.entry set dot iterator. So here we have to take help of entries, because in the hash map the key values will be stored in the form of entries. So in order to iterate that hash map, we have to use this hm.entryset.iterator. Now if I go here, while itr dot has next sysout itr dot next, control F11, and here we go, 1 Sam, 2 John, entries are coming. So if you don't want to use this iterator and you don't this is a very difficult to remember, so instead of this you can use another. So we have seen the two this, what is, where you go, yes, this key set and values. So by using this we can also iterate. So for here, what was the data type? Integer. So integer I of hm dot key set is here, sysout control space enter I, and this is about the keys. And if you want to iterate for the values, string yes and hm dot values sysout yes. Let's save this. So this is the way also you can iterate by using this for each. As we know, we have seen this method, this will give only keys and this will give only values, and by using for each we can iterate that. If I do control F11, you can see that these are the keys and these are the values we are getting. Now if you want to show here side by side, how can you do that? So instead of this, what you can do, here we can give here equals to hm dot get of, and he can give I. So this is also one method in the hash map that we will understand here. So let's see, this is a hash map. Suppose this is a hash map and we have one Sam. Now you know only the ID of student, you know only the student ID, and you want to retrieve the name of the student. Then you can give here hm dot get and student ID, that is nothing but key you can give here, and this will return the value, corresponding value of this key. So here we will get Sam. So this is the way also we can iterate. Control F11, here we go. So if null is there, null it is coming here, you can see that. So hm dot get of key. So 1 Sam, 2 John, 4 Sam, 5 null. So this is also way you can iterate. Otherwise, if you don't like this way, another way is for map dot entry of integer comma string e and dot entry set and sysout e. Let's save this, control save, control F11, and here we go. This is also way we can iterate the hash map. So these are the some important methods regarding hash map. So if you like this video, you can hit like button and subscribe to our channel.